Last night, I completed reading Angels and Demons by Dan Brown, and I was completely into it. The thing is that if I'm completely into something, I'm completely into that thing. Yeah, that's what completely into something literally mean. And the previous line doesn't make much sense, I guess. But I mean to say that I was invested and immersed into the world built by Dan Brown. I really didn't wanted to come out of it. After reading the book, I found out that the book is adapted into a movie with the same title, Angels and Demons, in 2009. So, here I am today comparing the both. First, let's try to know the plot without any major spoilers. In a nuclear research center in Switzerland called CERN, a father and daughter duo scientists created antimatter for the first time in the world. The antimatter is highly reactive and quarter of a gram have the power to generate power for entire city to run for months or blow the same in seconds depending on the user. The antimatter produced by Victoria, female protagonist, and her father was harvested in a device called canister. However, an ancient secret society in the name of Illuminati emerged and stole the canister and even kills Victoria's father. Maximilian Kohler, the head of CERN, calls for Robert Langdon, an Harvard University professor of religious iconology, for help. At the same time, Illuminati, which is anti-church, placed the stolen canister somewhere in the Vatican City and even informs the Swiss security head, Commander Olivetti, about the same in a display of confidence. Canister, which is stolen, is running on a battery that will last for 24 hours, and thus the Vatican City is sitting on a ticking time bomb. The situation is worsened by the death of Pope, and therefore a ceremony called the Conclave is being held to determine the next Pope on this day at Vatican City. Langdon and Victoria arrives in Vatican City to help the church. In one line, if I wanted to sum up the discussion, it is that Angels and Demons, directed by Ron Howard, is a decent movie, crisply edited thriller that will keep you hooked throughout the runtime. But a 2-hour 20-minute movie cannot do justice to a 620-page masterpiece by Dan Brown. So yes, the book is definitely a better experience. Now, let's get into some detailed reason why I think the book is better. There are some differences between the movie and the book with respect to the order of showing of events. The introduction of Robert Langdon, the main protagonist, was very different in both the movie and the book, and I think both did justice to the character. However, I didn't like the fact that the character of Maximilian Kohler, who was really interesting and important character in the book, was removed from the movie. But these are small nuances. Here are 3 things the movie didn't had, but according to me it should. 1. Robert Langdon and the antagonist water fight scene. The antagonist here is a trained fighter, an assassin. However, our protagonist is a professor, and it is fair enough to say that Langdon doesn't stand a chance against that guy. But Langdon is an expert swimmer, water is his element, and this neutralizes some of the portion of advantage that the antagonist had. The sequence was breathtaking, like literally. I have no idea why they didn't include that in the movie. 2. Personal conflict. Remember in the Family Man ending scene, the entire city was under threat, but we as audience were more concerned about what happened at Lonavala. The thing is that personal conflicts are much more interesting. In the book, there was a blooming romance between Langdon and Victoria, and the kidnapping of Victoria by the antagonist made things personal. This angle was completely ignored in the movie. Bollywood would have never done that. Sometimes Hollywood should follow that too. 3. Last but not the least is the genuine humor. While reading the book, I was chuckling. Some situations were hilarious. The thought that the whole Vatican City was under death threat, but the Swiss guards were worried about Victoria entering the Vatican City in shorts. Or Langdon falling from sky into the Tiber River and a bunch of doctors and nurses noticing the incidents and their take on American food popularity in Vatican could be explained. But now Americans falling from the sky were hilarious. All these were somehow deemed unworthy to be in the film. In the end, I would definitely like to recommend you the book Angels and Demons. But if you are not into reading books, I would recommend you to check out the movie. The story is great and you won't be disappointed. Thank you for being with us till the end. If you have enjoyed the video, please react, comment, and share. This is Arindam Deb signing off from the Organic Thoughts.